Hello everyone and welcome to episode 3 of our Scottish Empire campaign. Now, we managed to take over all of mainland Britain. We took Carnarvon and right early on we kicked the English out by blitzkrieging our way to London. So now we've got a few things set up. We have a expedition over here which is going to land in Russia and build a little kingdom here. And we were reconciled by the Pope, meaning that this Scottish family member here can join the Crusade. So he is going to land and begin his journey towards Cairo. So I think it will probably be quicker if, we go through, so we don't have to go around all of Spain. Instead, we just go right through France into the Mediterranean. Now we continue round to Cairo. So that's what the Crusading army is going to do. It's a very nice army, I will say. Lots of pikemen and spearmen and things. So that is where we're at. Making solid amounts of money. But, could always be making more. Make sure we have garrisons in all our cities. I will want to eventually build an army to go to Dublin. And also build one to go for Caen. And we also have a lovely merchant here. Making a lot of money. And there's happens to be an imperial one here. And I tried to acquire all his assets, but it backfired. Oops. That didn't work. Well, it's fine. We'll blockade the English ports. And that's pretty much all I want to do. England getting back on their boats and going home. Cairo, we can see what the Egyptians are doing. It appears to not really have any defenders whatsoever. So that should be easy to take. Jerusalem, also now controlled by the Egyptians. The rebels, they've got some fleets. A candidate for adoption. Perfect. That is exactly what I want. Where is he? I think, yes, he is in London. So we're going to now begin constructing an army in Nottingham. We can now train Highland nobles, which are some really lovely heavy infantry units, which are gonna, help us take out those armies in Ireland. We're gonna send in some pikemen as well to help out that army. And Carnarvon, it can probably just build a farm for now. Edinburgh, building some roads, I'm fine with that. We need to move our fleet forward. And here it is, the Novgorod region. Perfect. That's the thing we built in Nottingham. And if we go through there, we're going to make our way towards Cairo. Perfect. Very good. What else? I mean, we have a merchant here. He can probably go down and trade some tin in Cornwall. Make some more money for our kingdom. Because there's no harm in that ever. The French, they're just fighting off rebels. Not doing too much. Holy Roman Empire, they've taken Metz. But, again, they're not really a threat. So, that is fine. The Danes look like they're making some deals with, the French there. There's a heretic in France. Inquisitor, I mean. Trying to hunt down heretics. And it looks like the Crusade has grown once more. We've built a small chapel in Inverness. Sicily joined the Crusades.
We march to glory.
Continue marching on the Crusades. Very nice. Nottingham. Still getting those troops. I really want more nobles there. They just seem like they're such a great unit. And this army is already growing pretty substantially. Perfect. Carnarvon. That's fine. Any other things I want to build at all? I'll build some farms. Population growth is always nice. Just farms, farms, farms. And now, the Novgorod expedition can land and head for that supremely rich city over there. And we can build a little empire here with Riga, Helsinki, maybe Stockholm, maybe Vilnius, and you know, just take more land. I think it's a good area to expand into. Our merchant travelling south towards Cornwall. And what else is going on? The Danes probably want to make a diplomatic agreement with them. An English army just got sunk right next to London. It's very nice. Windmills have been invented. And we're building up our infrastructure. Nottingham. I think this army is now big enough to hop over to Dublin and completely unify the British Isles. Very good. We are going to make our way to the shores of the Mediterranean. There we go. A great cross. Seems to be an interesting little mercenary unit, but I don't really want one. Now, there is a Russian soldier army there. And I think before we attack Novgorod, I'm going to take him out. This is our king, by the way, leading his 1,000-strong army into Russia. So we're going to take out this little army here. So Novgorod, I mean, we'll be able to take it quite quickly, quite easily, and begin expanding without trouble. Deploy on the highest point, that's what I'm going to do. We've got some Highlanders, Spear Militia, Town Militia, a unit of archers. We've got cavalry, which is going to be important against the Russians. And here we go. I think just at the start, just going to advance, group them, and deploy right there. Our general is also going to approach, and I'm going to begin sending my cavalry round their flanks, hopefully to deal with some of their mounted archers, which are some of Russia's, you know, best units. It's one of their good things. Our Highlanders marching towards this small army they've got here. Mostly just spear militia, a few peasant archers. It's not very good yet. Eventually they do get some very nice cavalry units, but I think we're technologically superior at the moment. So here come our riders towards the Kazakhs, which are Russia's unique missile cavalry. They're loading their bows, and they've loosed a few volleys of arrows, but can we catch up to them? Yes! Okay, we're taking them out. Our cavalry has managed to get rid of a few of them. We're routing the Kazakhs. Perfect.
The battle is very much in our favour. If we remain true and steadfast, victory will be ours.
We're going to begin charging our infantry towards the Russians, you know, firing some arrows. And once they engage, I'm just going to get our cavalry ready to smash into their flanks. They're facing this way now, which is not very smart of them. The Russians, they are going to probably get themselves obliterated, but their general's bodyguards might catch our cavalry force here. It's caught a few. I just think we should need to keep moving. The Hobbilars or Border Horse, can't remember which, it's Border Horse, have gotten bogged down. So that is fine. And their army's in a bit of disarray here. So we can charge their lines just quickly. Try and take out some of them. Take some casualties. We're going to come around the flanks. Here we've got some Highlanders that have caught a few bits of the general's bodyguard there, which is going to be the priority for them now. We're going to smash into some archers behind their lines. It's going to inflict a lot of damage. Our cavalry going to come back round, charge into their mercenary spearmen. So the Russian front lines are already beginning to crumble. We're now flanking them, and this is not a good situation for them. There we go, mercenary spearmen. I mean, surely they can't last much longer. We're going to pull off the cavalry once more. We're mostly just using them for hit and run raids. They are taking some casualties, but you know, it's not too big of an issue. Charge back into those mercenary spearmen down there, who are still holding their lines, which is rather annoying. Our general, he's going to get himself involved, and we're now going to charge those spear militia there. Our general, he's probably just going to charge, engage with their counterparts, and already these guys here, these spear militias, they're beginning to try to run. Here's that general's bodyguard from them. He is slain, and the enemy army should begin to collapse. So just speed it up, hit into their generals, and we're going to run down all the rest of the enemy units. Pretty nice victory. Just clearing the way for our army to advance on the enemy. Very good. We'll execute the prisoners. We'll go get some mercenaries, actually, because I just want a few more troops. And we're going to besiege Novgorod, the capital of the Russian Empire. We've got abysmal relations with Russia. I wonder why. But that's fine. We've got now 3 relatively large armies, all marching around, heading towards their respective targets. The Danes, they're not doing too much. The Hungarians have already made it to Cairo. That's a bit of an issue. Mission failed. Get a diplomatic deal with the Poles. I'm going to try and make some deals with the Danes, make a little trade agreement with them. And yeah, like I said, the Hungarians have already managed to make it to Cairo, which is not what I wanted at all. I wanted to be there first. Now, there's 2... I want to get some ships, right? Mercenary galleys. There's 2 here. One's 200, and one's 1,040. They're exactly the same stats. The only thing different is the price. So, of course, I'm getting the much cheaper mercenary galleys. And, you know, we still have a chance to join in with the Crusade. So, we're going to advance and hopefully make it. But, interesting. let's build a shipwright. You know, get some more money through trading. All that good stuff. Roman Empire trying to establish a diplomatic deal with the Rus. Egypt reinforcing Cairo. Their men are retreating to there after they lost a battle, it seems. And the Hungarians are beginning the siege. Now, hopefully, they, you know, stay sieging it until, you know, they don't just attack it instantly and, leave my army in the middle of nowhere. The Pope wants us to build a little church over here in New York, which I will do. I don't want to be excommunicated again, so I'll do that. Train some more pikemen, build some farms, and we're going to continue, hopefully, to make it to the Holy Lands in time for the Crusade. Cairo might manage to hopefully, you know, hold out against the Hungarians just long enough for me to come in. And now, since we took out that original army, Novgorod should be just a quick auto-resolve. Yeah, clear victory. And we now have a lot more land, and that's also going to be quite a lot of money. There we go. Repair them. Retrain some units. We'll build a city watch so we can get some pikemen. Build up our ports. Build up everything. Starting a new little kingdom up here. Oh! And Russia have been destroyed. They appear to not have expanded at all. Apart from that little army that we saw going north to Helsinki. So that is good. We'll upgrade, build some new castles, and just, you know, spend that money on developing our infrastructure. But yeah, that's a pretty high value target we took. Very nice. Venice have arrived, but they immediately abandoned the Crusade as soon as they saw Cairo. Which is pretty sad. Hungary. For now, they are still besieging. Cairo still has not fallen.
God bless, noble lord.
So, again, we still have a chance to get there in time to do something interesting. Get involved. Novgorod, just retraining the troops. Because, you know, it's good to have some money. We can raise tax rates a bit. I'll build a church. Don't need to build that barracks yet. That's not going to be my priority. Abysmal relations with Egypt. Probably because, you know, I'm crusading against them. There's Dublin with a quite sizable army. With those, don't know how to pronounce it. Glock. Very good axemen. So we'll be heading there soon. Novgorod, just, you know, retraining some troops. I'm going to want to go seize a settlement myself, probably. Oh, Sicily. They're at the Holy Lands now. And, oh my goodness, the crusading armies have been defeated by Egypt. That is pretty disappointing. Well, that now leaves it really open for me to arrive and deal some damage. Sicily being forced back. The original crusading armies have failed. So now it's up to the stragglers to try and help out, take the Holy Lands. An Explorers Guild. Yeah, sure, why not? I'm pretty sure I saw this right. Portugal, they're blockading my port. Portugal, for some reason, instead of, you know, trying to take out the Moors or, you know, expand over there, they always just get a boat and sail to either Dublin or Wales. It's very odd. And, like, they never fail to do so. Let's take these troops. Just, we've got, you know, a few spare ones.
Aye.
mercenaries and the like. And they can march
Aye.
up to
Forward.
Helsinki.
Approaching to engage
Now,
the enemy,
Novgorod may be a bit unhappy, but it is fine. I'll just train some troops there, and everything should be okay.
sire. Aye, Captain.
Now, we
Taking the men ashore.
can land
Aye, my
in,
liege.
like, you know, Egypt,
Sibni Rawat.
and so Cairo, we're ready to take it. Let's go make a deal with the Poles. I can't get there because there are two armies in my way. They blocked me twice. It's very annoying. And we'll besiege Dublin. I want them to come and attack me instead of the other way around. We're upgrading our castles. Novgorod rioting. So I'm not too worried. I'll just train a few more troops. Cairo, it does have it's got a garrison. Portugal have left. But yeah, they are attacking me. I don't know what they could want with me. It's very odd, but yeah. They're attacking me. We're making some very nice stacks of cash. Novgorod rioting. And it killed our general we had there.
That'll do him today, sire.
Which is very odd. Oh, that is not good.
Aye, my liege.
I'm going to need to send a general over there ASAP. So I'm going to train a little navy. And this guy here, this random family member, he's going to hop aboard and hopefully administer it. Right. Building lots of stuff in Inverness and Carnarvon. We've upgraded them into bigger castles. France are now at war with Spain. And we are going to besiege Cairo. Very good. That should be very nice. So if we end turn, I'd think the Irish would come out and attack us, since if they don't, you know, Dublin will fall, and I prefer to be defending than attacking, just making a quick deal with Poland to not, you know, to just trade, exchange some map information. There's Sicily, my fellow Crusaders, who are marching on Cairo with me. Oh, it appears they have been... Oh, they managed to not get killed by the Egyptians. And they're successfully fending them off. Good for them. That must be a very nice general. He's got a lot of stars next to his name, I can see that. One more attempt. And they won once more. That's pretty incredible, honestly, that they managed to do that. Yep, the rebels, they're going to try to defend Dublin, but we have a very nice army here, so I'm feeling pretty confident. We've got a pikemen, we've got a Highland nobles, we've got all sorts of people, so this should be pretty nice. Okay. Let's set up. They're going to be coming out of there. I want my centre to be pikemen. I think that's a good idea. I want my flanks to be manned by the good old nobles. This is all the other infantry we have. That can just be a long line supporting the centre. We've got some archers right here, these ones. They can just be peppering the enemy as they advance, showering them with arrows. We've got cavalry and our general right there. So they should now get into position, hopefully. So here they come. Hopefully we can get ready before the Irish arrive. I mean, look at those Highland nobles there. Those are some very nice guys. They've got their claymores. Our archers beginning to fire on the town militia the enemy is sending at us. The pikemen, they're trying to get into position. They should be pretty good at fending off the enemy's infantry. So they're just arriving, shooting at all those Irish, causing chaos in the ranks. Already killed 5% of them with that, and it appears a shambless charge of troops. They're all charging all at once here, really. Our pikemen should be able to get into position before they get here. And spear, we can lower our spears and get ready to hold off the enemy. Want them to lower their pikes. Anytime now would be good. There we go. They should hold off those town militia. We've got a fight for the ages here. The Irish heavies against the Scottish ones. Town militia not doing great. I mean, these Irish, their morale is... they're collapsing all around here, really. Advance the pikemen. Keep charging. Got some Highlanders. They're charging. The heavy Irish axemen. They're beginning to rout. Everything's routing. It's chaos in Dublin as the Scottish army cuts down the fleeing axemen. All the stuff is trying to run, but we are ready. Very clear victory there. Only lost 54 men. I mean, they lost their entire city. That's a pretty good victory. There we go. Finally, we have unified the British Isles. Again, new family member, an Explorers Guild in Novgorod. There's a storm that's killed a few of my ships, but it's fine. Our general, he can hop on his boat and he can go try and stop Novgorod from having a full-on civil revolt. Just anything that will make it happy. We'll build a church, probably. I think that's the best option. And we can besiege Helsinki. We also got some troops in Edinburgh. And so basically I'm just going to take out all of the good troops in Dublin, or the best troops. And again, they're going to probably march off to fight in England, I would imagine. This merchant, you know, he's doing his job, he's trading, he's farming, built a small church in Novgorod. We've already done that, that's okay, I see. And so I'd probably like to build a town hall that should keep public order nice and high. Now, if I go and attack that army there, that will bring out the troops in Cairo. So we can fight this. Oh, we've got our Sicilian allies here. And this should draw out the Cairo force. We don't have to directly attack the walls. But they will want to, of course, defend. Their allies are the Sicilians. They'll arrive and hopefully help us out. Who knows, they might just not arrive. But still, that is good. Our men in a good infantry block. We've got a solid amount of missile units here. So we can group them together. We've got a lot of lovely knights to obliterate the Egyptians. Our general.
The enemy are bringing in reinforcements.
Okay. The main enemy reinforcements are going to come in from that way there. So I'm going to take most of the army, in fact nearly all of it, and they're going to position themselves facing that way. I don't know what they're doing. Their formation appears to be a bit odd, but it's fine, I'll just set it up manually. So these guys deploy there. We can have some very nice archers. Our general facing that way as well. And we'll also have the Crusader Knights. And the other stuff will just be ready to take out the original army we were attacking in the first place, which is that one there. So they're going to charge, along with some Crusader sergeants we recruited along the way. I'm going to make them run to get into position, because it will just make it a bit easier. I need them to be facing that way, please. Because that's where the enemy are. These guys set up over there. Archers, they need to be ready right there. So we're about to hopefully hit into these guys. They have some spear militia. So that will make it, you know, we don't want to kill all our horsemen charging into that. So I think it's too late already, but I'll hopefully bring them round the flanks instead. So, but they did manage to hit the ballista, which should take it out. And I'll mostly just want the Crusader sergeants to do all the fighting. Our main battle lines are being set,
if we remain true and steadfast,
but it does appear that the Sicilians have decided not to arrive for some reason. And, you know, it's fine, yes. It's probably because we're not allies, but, you know, we are crusading together. So, I'd expect we'd fight together. But, you know, I can do this one on my own. It should be fine.
The enemy are badly blooded. They have lost half their men.
The enemy, they are killing our horses, so we're just going to let the Crusader sergeants do it for us, and our cavalry can pull back up to the hill. Here are the Crusader sergeants here, charging at the Egyptian spearmen. They're coming downhill. The Egyptian spearmen aren't really properly braced, so we smash into them, and our Crusaders should do a good job of hacking through them. And now, I think it's time for the rest of our army to advance on the main Egyptian force, which is of course over there. So they can begin arriving.
Now we must send his men running back. Look how
very good. The first army is gone, and we can begin attacking the enemy forces. Their general appears to be away from their main infantry, so our Crusader Knights are going to try and take advantage of this and obliterate the main Egyptian lines. They're in disarray right now, with this huge army barreling down on them. I mean, they must be pretty terrified with what's going on. The Saracen militia, that's the main issue. That's their main infantry. So if we can hit that hard, while we can our Highlanders, they've got some very fast running speeds there. I've got to admit. So they hit at the same time. And we should take a lot of them out there. So, very good. I want to mainly focus on those Saracen militia. These random knights here deal with the Mamluk archers, which are annoying. Or, in fact, these archer militia, which let themselves be very exposed to a cavalry charge like that. Our Crusader Knights coming in for another charge on the Saracen flanks, routing most of them. Their front lines are collapsing as we speak. Still no sign of the Sicilians though, but all is well. The battle is very much in our favour. Victory will be ours. All we've got to do now is successfully take out their bodyguards. They're beginning to flee. And now we just go for whatever's left. There are these Mamluk archers, which I do want to deal with. We've got some Crusaders up on the hill who appear to... they're going to have to fight by themselves here. So I'm going to try and get them into a Skiltron just before the General's bodyguard hits. Just in time. Perfect strategy there. And they should be able to hold off the General's bodyguard. I believe that the Mamluk archers are going to begin to rout. If we can get these Crusader sergeants to just manage to win, just kill a few of them while the rest of the army arrives, that would be perfect. Here we come, charging their bodyguard. Our Crusader sergeants still holding strong, and our General's bodyguard will hit, and it appears that the enemy general is not going to last much longer. Very good.
Our men have slain the Saracen general. Now we must send his men. The enemy army.
And we have won.
Hopefully,
Hopefully, that takes us Cairo and completes the first Crusade. Execute the prisoners. We still need to besiege Cairo, but it's a very easy task. We're going to end turn just once more, just so we can fully complete the Crusade. And then that should be it. Unless, you know, massive Egyptian horde arrives to stop us. But that's not very likely. It's not going to happen. I hope. The Poles, I mean, a lot of these people don't need to bother about, except, you know, they might try to take all of this land here. New mission, blockade Caen. Going to do that. We trained some men in Novgorod, built a bunch of ports, lots of diplomacy going on in the world. Doesn't affect me too much. And keep moving the troops towards Novgorod. Here they come. Gonna help reinforce it. And with the Egyptian garrison smashed, we can sack Cairo, and we can attempt to hold it. We will see. It may be that we have to pull back to Gaza and take a castle instead. Well, this has been a pretty good episode. We unified all of the British Isles. You know, we took Dublin, that epic battle. We took Novgorod, and we successfully drew the Egyptian garrison out to complete the First Crusade and take Cairo. Well, thank you for watching this episode of the Scottish Empire. If you did enjoy, please consider leaving a like, leaving a comment if you got something to say, and if you really want to see more content like this, hit that subscribe button. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next episode.